he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Lopez, he's checked in for Sanders. Derek Williams comes in for Porzingis. And it's Hill in for Gerald Henderson. Moutier kicks to Hansbrough. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Picked by Williams to the inside. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And we have a moment to take a look at the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Knicks.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
And Williams drops them both. The Nuggets trail by 18. Chandler dishes to Moutier. Knocks it loose and stolen by Freak. And here we go. Williams can't get it to go.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Gallinari passes to Moutier. Shot clock at 6. There's a good screen. Can't make good off the screen.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. I'm sure he appreciates it.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Knocked loose and stolen by Freak. The shot by Anthony, nobody around. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at New York. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And checking out Indiana, right on their tail, vying to move up and take over if they get the chance.
Well, I think for New York, they've had just the kind of season you knew they were capable of. I mean, they've got all the talent in the world, but how about maximizing it to the fullest?
Well, there was never a question about the talent. I mean, they've got enough of that. It was just a matter if they could get the most out of it.
The Nuggets trail by 21. And Gallinari kicks to Chandler. Now here's Moutier. He's tightly guarded. Out to Gallinari. 4 on the shot clock. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And the shot is good. 21 points for Freak.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
Second free throw, no good. The Knicks leading by 21. Fires from deep. Moutier with the rebound. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Moutier with the ball. Lopez with the block. Freak. No good on that last second attempt there. And that's it for the... And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And the Knicks guys have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
this has been a shooting drill thus far.
Warm-up jumpers because there hasn't been much resistance.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Denver, we've got Kevin Love. Norris Cole is out there with Harris. Then it's Wilson Chandler. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hawks had a huge game. He finished with an incredible amount of points, and the points were just the start of it. He joined an elite few by walking away with a quadruple double. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Here's Henderson. Finishes the Freak with a slam.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by.
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it, you can see it, in part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him. Looking now at some numbers for Kevin Love. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. He's around 18 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
This last stretch, unbelievable force going to the glass. And it's been reflected on the stat sheet.
Poked loose and stolen by Freak. Up the floor. From down in the low post, it goes. Freak's got 31 points.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
There's the screen. Here's Cole. And it's Freak with the rebound.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out. Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Henderson kicks to Freak. Tries it from the top of the key, and there's another one for the Knicks.
They're perfectly content to keep going to that mid-range jumper. If the defense is going to give it to them, they'll take it all day.
And it's about getting open looks, and they've used that shot with great effect here tonight.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Freak. And here they go. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Freak. Freak's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Pedal to the metal right now, really pushing.
And 3 of their last 5 makes here coming in transition.
And Cole kicks to Love. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Love's got his first bucket in this one. New York's gone to 3-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. The pass to Porzingis. Here's Freak, and the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Poked away and stolen by Freak. Lopez dishes to Henderson. Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
Defense leading to offense. Another turnover and another basket.
And we all know miscues can really be game-changing. Pretty much the most damaging play you can make is giving the ball to the other team without your defense being set. Make it 4 of their last 5 scores coming from fast breaks. They're really getting it up and down now. Look like they're on roller skates out there.
Yeah, as soon as they get the ball, everybody on their team is looking to get out and run.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
New York's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Freak's got 39.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the half. Harris misses.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort. Overall.
For Denver, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. And it's Love missing.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
It's stolen by Anthony. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. No coverage that time. Freak's got 42 in the game.
This guy is on pace to have one of the all-time performances if the defense continues to allow him to knock those down.
Pass to Anthony. Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Larry Sanders is checked in for Lopez. Boozer comes in for Porzingis. Williams, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Hill in for Gerald Henderson. And here's Moutier. That one's off, still out of sync. And through the first half.
Guys, I'm here.
Okay, guys, great work in the first half. That's how you take care of business on your home court. Couple things. Our passing has been very precise. I'll give you guys a lot of credit for that. We've been extremely smart with the ball, basically haven't given them any gifts whatsoever. We were able to make an impact with our low post offense. Let's continue to exploit those good mismatches in the paint. And in this half, I want us quick to get out on the break. Let's get headed up the floor as soon as we get our hands on the ball. All right, guys, let's get out there and play a good second half.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half. Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
And guys, got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
About 1 minute played here in the second half.
Move the ball. It's sticking too
Here's
much.
Freak. His three-pointers off the mark.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky He missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Boy, a big gap between these teams as far as fast break points are concerned.
Yeah, and some teams play a slower tempo, but defensively you have to commit to sprint.